Hi there, Visionary family, and welcome back to another one with Lady Visionary. Hope you guys are doing amazing. Hope you're doing well. If you're new to my channel, please make sure you go ahead and hit the red subscribe button and join this growing family here on YouTube. Those of you guys who've been sticking with me for a while, thank you guys so much for the love and support. I really do appreciate you. I'm seeing some of you guys join. Thank you so much. Please stick around and join the conversation. If there are others out there living in Rwanda, others YouTubers who are here, then please feel free to join the conversation. I'll also send out a link so I can hear from you guys what you guys think regarding the current situation in Rwanda and where we're heading right now. Um, yeah, it's a lot, guys. It's really a lot, but we're really going to get into that. Make sure as you come in, you smash that like button. Please smash the like button. And before we go into the conversation, as always, you guys know that I offer consultations for anybody wanting to relocate and invest in Rwanda. I always say on this channel that information is very powerful. It helps you to make an informed decision about where you want to go with regards to, making such a transition, such a big transition. And with so many people coming to the continent, there's something with Tanzania right now, like a lot of people who had relocated to Tanzania have actually started leaving, going back to the States. Some have actually tried to explore Rwanda and seeing if Rwanda is a place they would really want to stay. So a lot's happening, and what the last thing you want to do is make such a big decision to move and then realizing actually this is not where I want to be. But again, it's good because you get to have a feel of the place, and then I guess after a couple of months you can decide. Some people will decide after 3 months or and so on. So yeah, do consider booking a consultation with me. All the details are down below in the description bar. I'll just put the email on the screen right now for anybody who's interested. The conversations or the consultations, should I say, normally occur via Zoom for about an hour. They are at a price. It is at a cost. It's a very affordable cost. So if you are interested in booking a consultation with me, then please send me an email, and then we can get your consultation booked in. Okay, so the email is on the screen, projecthealtha@gmail.com. Again, projecthealtha@gmail.com. Earlier on, I was live. I was live with a beautiful young lady by the name of Eileen, who I'm supporting in going to university. So I'm supporting by providing a job. So she's actually employed with me as a personal assistant. So, she wouldn't otherwise have a job. So the job that she has with me, she's able to save up. And basically, the live that we did, I was also asking that anybody who's interested to support Eileen, she's a 21-year-old. She just turned 21 this year. Sorry, this June. And she's really determined and wants to achieve a bachelor degree in travel and tourism management at the University of Travel and Business, specifically at the campus of Gisenyi. So this live today is dedicated to Eileen. So any super chats we get, any support I get from today will go directly to support Eileen to be able to complete her degree, a 3-year degree at UTB. Thank you guys so much for being here. Make sure you like. Do let me know where you're listening in from. As I said, if there are any others who are living in Rwanda, any other YouTubers as well who would like to join the conversation, please do let me know. Please do let me know. I'm seeing some of you guys in the building. I'm just going to go ahead and greet you guys. We've got Joyce in the building as we're waiting for more people to join the conversation. Thank you so much, Joyce, for being here. I really appreciate you. I see you. You're one of my frequent supporters, so thank you so much. I appreciate you. Jacqueline Dallas, again, another one of, my supporter, because I'm just one on the channel. Bless Lady Visionary, as always, sis. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I'm just waiting for a few more to join. As I let you guys know, as always, just smash the like button. And if you're new, just subscribe. Just subscribe to my channel and support me. I'm on the way to achieving 5K subscribers, and we're at like 4,000 plus. So, as I always ask you guys to do is, when you like my videos, it gains visibility on YouTube, and also when you share out your favorite videos, then that also helps to, drive traffic to the channel, and people are able to also subscribe as well. So thank you guys so much. Thank you. 90 is in the building. Thank you so much for being here. Hiya, keep up the good work. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Did you guys see like my latest upload with regards to the farm? Let me know if you're watching and you saw the latest upload. I've had such good response with regards to that video. So many people wanting to know like how I'm doing it. Like, yeah, I mean, yeah, being a farmer, like I left the UK and now I'm a farmer. It's crazy. Owning cows, goats, sheep, lamb, chickens, like it's amazing. Rabbits as well. And also today my husband went to the market and bought a few more goats and rabbits actually to add to the collection. So that's really great. Uh, Jacqueline Dallas is saying, just want to say the farm was amazing. I cried. I liked it so much. Can't wait to connect. Look out for my email. It was so inspiring. Thank you. Oh, you make me want to cry now. Like I mean, I am a little bit emotional, guys. I think you guys saw that like from my previous video. But I can be a bit emotional, I am a human being, so but yeah, like just reading that, Jacqueline, makes me feel like, yeah, feel emotional that like you cried. But I'm really touched that you were inspired by that video, because my platform is all about inspiring you guys out there and showing you guys that it is possible. Yes, even my farm is not where I want it to be, but I'm like, okay, just start somewhere and gradually grow, and like I'm learning about like different things about different animals. Cows are different to goats, goats are different to chickens, chickens are different to rabbits, and just knowing how to treat different animals and things like that. So I'm actually learning. My husband, he knows a lot more than I do, but he's just taking me along the journey, and I'm really enjoying it, guys. I'm really enjoying it. So as I said, today we bought. I think my husband said because I didn't go to the market, he did. He bought 3 goats. He sent me pictures. I think he said it's 1 male and 2 female, and then he bought like a couple rabbits. Because from you guys can see from the video that we only had like a few rabbits. So we really want to like expand the farm. So it's really exciting times. But slowly we'll get there. Anointed prayers, greetings, Kerry-Ann and everyone. So for those of you guys who don't know, I'm known on YouTube as Lady Visionary, but my real name is Kerry-Ann. Anointed prayers is saying, kindly hit the thumbs up button if you haven't already done so. Thank you so much. Thank you. So guys, let's get into the conversation. I don't know how to like, guys, it's crazy because you guys know, like not long ago, like less than a week ago. Yeah, less than a week ago. Or is it a week ago? I was in Jamaica. Yeah, I was making my way back to Rwanda less than a week ago. And when I was coming back, that's when, you know, my husband told me that there were changes with regards to COVID rule. So basically the change was that because the curfew was 10 o'clock, and that was doing like we were doing really good with that curfew. We were able to do what we needed to do. But then when I was on my way back, my husband told me that actually um, there are restrictions with moving across the country, and the new curfew is 7 p.m. And I was like, oh my God, like I was like, okay, maybe this is just gonna be like, it'll be like a temporary measure. Obviously, it will be a temporary measure, and then we'll kind of go back. We'll slowly like climb our way up in terms of like it's 7 p.m. now, but it will move to 8 p.m., 9 p.m., 10 p.m. So that's the direction I was hoping that we would go in. So a week later, it's been announced that, again, yes, it remains that like moving from districts to districts or provinces is like, we don't have free movement. And what is it? The curfew is now what, 6 o'clock? You have to be home by 6 o'clock. And there are restrictions with regards to restaurants and things like that. So I was just like, oh my God. Like this is within a space of a week. So I was like, what's happening here? I know that they have responded in this way because they're saying like the cases of COVID are increasing, especially in the city, which is Kigali. And for me, I was just like, okay, because I was expecting, some sort of lax, but there's actually a tightening with regards to the restrictions. And in order to sort of move around, you have to apply for clearance through the police, and then you get authorization to be able to move from province to province. And obviously this has a big impact on like my projects that I'm doing, because where I'm living now, my project is in another district, So it's hard, guys. It's hard, guys. And I'm like, okay, are we moving towards a total lockdown? Because what's actually happening? And until like yesterday, that's when I was looking like at the data as to, okay, so I'm trying to understand the rationale behind the restrictions, and all the changes that's happening here. And then I had a look at the figures, and then I was like, okay, I understand. Like I really do understand. But like the thought of us going back into lockdown, where basically like right now, as of tomorrow, the curfew changes, so you have to be home by 6 p.m. Like schools are closed, public offices are closed, and I'm like, what is going on? What is really going on? Like we're not going in the right direction. We're not going into the right direction. I feel like we're moving closer and closer towards like that whole stay at home, like business establishments closed, everything closed, and stay at home. And I understand why they are putting these measures in place, but it makes you feel like a little bit like a deflate. Well, like me and my husband, we've kind of felt a little bit deflated, although for us, we're really trying to keep positive and trying to just keep going regardless of what's happening, because it's like, what's the point of being sad? You might as well just take the punches and roll with it. But my husband was like, oh my goodness, like he felt like yesterday he was just like, you know what, I just feel really sad. And I think like it's not just in Rwanda, I think it's been felt like all over the world right now, especially in like developing countries, because I think the developing countries would be like most hardly hit. You're talking about people living below the breadline, staying at home, not being able to move across districts. They rely on that for their livelihoods and things like that. So they can be like a real crisis, especially on the continent for those poorer populations. But I think to myself, like even when I was in the UK, and like I remember the first week in the height of the pandemic, literally I was just panicking, if I'm honest with you guys. I was just panicking. I was just like, what is this? COVID? Like people are dying, the figures are increasing, like what's going on? And then I just had to calm myself down and things like that. And there was a lot of uncertainty about the future. A lot of people felt that way. And even for me, like I felt like, okay, COVID, okay, this is real. Okay. COVID is having an impact on all our lives. But okay, it will pass. It will pass, 6 months went by, a year went by, and I'm like, okay, what is actually going on? And this COVID thing just seems to be like extending. It's just prolonging. And even obviously, guys, some of you guys know, or a lot of you guys know that they had what they call the Indian variant in the UK that was like that's been spreading like wildfire. So I'm just like, okay, how long are we going to have to ride out ride this wave for, because for me, I'm fed up. Like, I really feel fed up. I just feel like I just want to get on with my life, you know? And, you know, coming back to Rwanda and kind of like, you guys know, don't really want to go into it very, very much, but, you know, coming back and focusing on my projects really kind of helped to kind of distract my mind and keep me busy. So, like, these new restrictions, it's just like, oh God, like, what's happening? Like, seriously, what is actually happening? To stay positive. Sorry guys, I'm not sure what happened there. I literally don't have, I feel like I have no choice. It's basically I have to just keep positive and keep pushing through. And it's not just me that's going through this. I know a lot of people are like, this is just crazy. Like, what is going on? I know a few others have said, okay, maybe I'll leave Rwanda and then come back when things happen. Are you going to keep on running back and forth, back and forth? And for me, I'm just like, you know what? I'm just going to stay put and ride it out with Rwanda. I'm really going to stay put and ride it out with Rwanda. I really wanted to show you, well, I won't show you guys, but I've got my computer in front of me here, just to kind of give you guys like really clear information from the government website. So, I mean, a lot of people will be concerned because, like, for example, right now, you know, tourists, yes, you can still move around, but you have to apply for um, clearance via the police. Um, yeah, so that you have to apply for that. Once you get the clearance, and that's normally within the day, you can go to wherever you need to go, and then you have to be back. And then if you're going somewhere else, you have to reapply, and so on, reapply. You know, it only kind of lasts a day. So it's just like, okay, but I'll tell you guys the current situation. So a week ago, that's the 23rd of June, 2021, the total number of cases, COVID cases, was at 33,260. But currently, as it stands, I'll give you the live update. It's within a week that's increased, and the confirmed cases now at 38,198. So that's an increase by like 2,000 extra cases in a week. Okay. And and then again, going back to the 29th of June, the number of recovered, it was 26,774. Sorry, 26,734. That's the number of recovered cases. And then today, the recovered cases are at 27,282. Okay. The number of active cases in Rwanda a week ago was 6,129. As it stands right now, the number of active cases is at 10,495. So that's an increase within a week of around what? 4,000, like 4,300. Okay. And like right now, the place with the highest, or the district with the highest cases, Kigali City is at the highest right now. And then it's Brera, which is not too far from where I live. Kigali City is at 187 cases, right? And Brera is at 63. There's another area known as Kamoni, which is at 59. And then where I live in Musanze, the number of cases is 54. Like, they're not huge numbers, but considering the population of Rwanda being 12 million, they have basically just mobilized to put in these measures to try and minimize the spread of the disease. And a week ago, the number of deaths was at 397. And as I speak, the number of deaths have been recorded as 431. Okay. And yeah. So yeah, there's been a significant increase in the the cases of COVID-19. So I guess that's why they're putting these strict measures to try and contain the spread. But I'm just like I feel like, yes, we've got the vaccine, and how many people have been vaccinated in Rwanda? Vaccinated. So, for those of you guys who don't know, Rwanda has a population of around 12 million. They have started rolling out vaccines here. I know some of you guys will not be too keen to hear that because you're anti-vaccines, I know that. But the number of people who have been vaccinated, as I speak, stands at 391,058. Okay, so, and considering the population, that is still a very, very small number. Someone's asking a question. Okay, so I'm going to answer your questions. If you have any questions, do throw them at me. I will answer your questions in a minute. As it stands, guys, still anybody, Rwanda is still accepting tourists, or visitors, should I say. I don't know whether that will change in the next week or so, because the way things are going, I feel like we are heading back into lockdown. But I hope not. But what I'm seeing on the ground right now, all the measures that are in place, I'm like, we're moving towards total lockdown. Whether they'll stop flights and things like that coming into Rwanda, because the imported cases, I must tell you guys, as I speak, the imported cases, so these are cases coming from outside of Rwanda, whether it be from Europe, America, and so on, not to kind of put any stain on you guys, but it could be, even you guys know that the volcanic eruption in Goma, a lot of people fled to Kigali. Things are happening around Uganda. People have fled into Rwanda. So that could also contribute to the increased cases of COVID. So as it stands, the imported cases is at 1,263. Okay, that's the imported cases. I wanted to say something. Yeah, so Rwanda is still accepting visitors. Obviously, the rules are pretty much the same. I think it's just anybody coming from India or Uganda, they have to do a 7 days quarantine in a designated hotel. But if that doesn't apply to you, obviously you have to have your negative PCR, and they don't accept antigen for coming into antigen tests for coming into Rwanda. So you have to get that before you board, and that has to be within the 72 hours of you landing. Okay, and then when you get to Rwanda, you basically have to do the COVID test again. And when I came about a week ago, I basically did the COVID test at the airport. So that's Kigali International Airport. As you're going through with your bags, you would, is it as you go through? Yeah, with your bags, you would take the COVID test again. That is $60. Then from there, you'll be picked up by your designated hotel, and they will take you straight to your hotel, and you wait for about 24 hours or less for your negative COVID results. And then you're basically kind of free to do what you want. But, considering the restrictions, obviously you have to plan, you have to apply for clearance to be able to move around to various places. Also, guys, I didn't say, there's certain restaurants that you have to present a negative COVID results. So you guys can find this all out on the Rwanda Biomedical Center website. It's www.rbc.gov.rw. So all of this information that I'm telling you guys is literally available because it's a government-run website here in Rwanda. So yeah, you have to be there's certain restaurants that you have to have a negative, and hotels as well. You have to have a negative COVID results in order to be accepted to go there. They will either accept a PCR, which is a bit more expensive, or a antigen. So they will accept, once you're here, an antigen which lasts for about 7 days, and then after that you have to do the test again. So it will work out to be a bit more expensive. But guys, I'm hoping for the best. I'm really hoping for the best. There were so many things that I wanted to get done, and even today I had an appointment with a government office, and they called me to say, sorry, it's cancelled because of the new restrictions. And I'm like, okay, if the government office is closed, because you guys know about the project that I'm doing, the diaspora housing project. And so I was waiting for some documents to be able to move forward with regards to starting to build. But with the new restrictions, my hands are tied and I cannot move forward. So I'm like, I feel like I want to cry, but I'm not going to cry. I just have to roll with the punches and keep going, you know? Like, there's certain things that are not within my control. So it's like, okay, even if I cry about it, nothing is going to happen. I just have to stay positive and just keep going. There's quite a lot of projects that I have invested in here and I'm working so hard on that I can't just be like, oh, I'm just going to give up. So, guys, I'm fighting the waves, I'm pushing through and hoping. And I know that I'm not the only one in this situation, just feeling a little bit uncertain and just hoping for the best and just keeping a positive attitude. Because I know, like, with the whole lockdown and with the whole COVID, a lot of people struggled mentally, you know. A lot of people struggled mentally. So I'm just like, I'm so over this COVID thing, but I can't let it beat me. I just need to keep on pushing through. But guys, I must say to you guys, it's hard. It's really hard. Right, I'm going to answer some of your questions. And then if there's anything, anything that you guys want to know, just let me know in the comment section. Please make sure you like this live stream. If you're here and you're new and you haven't yet subscribed, why not? Please go ahead and subscribe. And again, you guys can support the work that I'm doing by, giving me a super chat. All the super chat that I get in today's live, if any, or any support, will go to Eileen, helping Eileen to go to university to study her degree. That's a young person who I met here in Rwanda just about 2.5 months ago. I just met her on the road and I was just like, do you want a job? And she was like, yeah. And yeah, it's been great. It's been really, really great. She's a phenomenal woman, a young person that's just so driven and so passionate about achieving. But the reason why she hasn't gone to university as yet is because the financial difficulties. And I'm like, girl, okay, you have a job with me. And that's it as well. There's so many people like um have to kind of reevaluate certain things, and it's challenging. But anyway, coming back to Eileen, as I said, she's just it was a godsend that I met her. And I feel like I love young people who are passionate and driven and genuine. And she really works hard. She really, really works hard. So, I'm going to do my best for her. Me and my husband are going to support her. And again, like we did that live earlier on today, so you guys can know her and get to know her a little bit. And yeah, please guys, support me to support her, guys. Anything I get from today's live chat, yes, will go to Eileen. And then if you want to know a bit more about her, or you didn't see that live that we did, then you can always find that on my channel. And basically her, like in the description, her contact details are there, so you can even contact her directly and support her directly without going through me, right? Because she's very focused, and she's saving right now. She's just she's a go-getter, and she's just saving towards paying for her university costs. So guys, if you have it on your heart, please guys, support. And if you are planning to support via PayPal, please reference Eileen Higher Education or Education or something like that, so I know that it's going directly to her. Okay, so I'm just going to go through and see what you guys are saying. Yeah, as I said, guys, if you have any questions, throw them at me in the comments. Please throw them at me in the comments. Yeah, so that was Anointed Prayer saying smash it. I think she's telling you guys to smash the like button. Make sure you smash the like button. Joyce was saying that I was coming in August, but I'm making other plans. Yeah, like yeah, I think you just have to assess the situation, just keep updated with the current information, and then just plan. Yeah, because right now having to apply for clearance to be able to move across the country, it's just it's not ideal, but still possible. It's not ideal. And then obviously having to have COVID tests for specific restaurants and hotels, it's like, again, it's not ideal. But you understand why they put the measures in place in order to try to contain the spread and hopefully get us back to normality in a good space of time. So guys, it has hit me. I'm not going to lie, it has hit me. Veins of African Blood. This is a scheme to have everyone take the vaccine. No one wear mask here in Texas. We have. I know, like people, even in the UK, I've heard that people are protesting, like, oh, we need freedom. Like this, as I said, it has had a huge impact on a lot of people mentally. Like, the whole lockdown, the whole restrictions, the whole stay at home thing. It has challenged a lot of people mentally, and unfortunately a lot of people haven't made it because of that. So but I feel like we have no choice but to stay positive and keep pushing through. What other options do we have? Tell me. Jacqueline Dallas, yes, we pray this passes because we gotta get out of this place. If it's the last we ever do, seriously, Father, hear our prayer, most definitely. And like for me, when I was assessing the situation in the UK, because like it was just so crazy in the UK, like watching the news every day, and the figures were just jumping, and they were saying, oh, like they don't have the capacity for all the cases, and deciding who lives or who dies, who like there not being enough ventilators. And I was just like, even I was like working a bit in the healthcare, and it was just crazy. I was just like, you know what? Like, I need to get out at the nearest opportunity. And me and my husband, we sat down, we spoke, and then we were like, right, this is the time. We're out. We're out. We're going. We're gone. Yeah. So, Jacqueline Dallison, how are Rwanda hospitals coping? Like, Rwanda is really trying to do well with coping with COVID. Like they are doing well, but obviously you have the situation with as the number of cases increases, and if this continues, then they're going to be really put at a strain to be able to deal with the number of cases, and so it can be detrimental, most definitely, because you guys know that um, a lot of the healthcare facilities are lacking on the continent. So you can just imagine. So yeah, I'm just hoping that things start to improve soon, because at the moment it seems like the cases are just climbing, climbing, climbing. As I said, as I'm speaking now, the number of confirmed cases, or the number of active cases, is 10,494. Sorry, 10,495. I need to get the figures right. That's 10,495 active cases. And that's up by about 4,200 within a week. So there's a need to be concerned about that, really. 1990 saying how many deaths? So the number of deaths is currently, as I speak, at 431. Last week it was at 397, right? So that's up by what? So that's up by what, about 34 deaths within a week? Yeah. How do people okay, how do people survive in this pandemic with the lockdown? Exactly. So, even when we were talking about that, like there's great with the lockdown situation as COVID spirals out of control, as the cases increases, and as there are if the government introduces even stricter measures, there are concerns about like food crisis and potentially death, due to not due to COVID, but um, because of the constraints. So there has to definitely be a balance, and obviously that's something that health, the Ministry of Health, will be looking at going forward. How do we create a balance with the restrictions um, due to COVID, and also maintaining lives that can potentially be lost, not as a direct impact of COVID, but because of a crisis. Um, yeah, so hopefully that makes sense. Joyce Boggs is saying this is ploy to make money everywhere. So I think this guy is literally when I was in Jamaica, like I to be honest, and I think you guys also know, like initially in the height of the pandemic, like I think a lot of countries did not know what to do. Like the UK was an absolute mess. And it was just like, we're supposed to be a developing country with all these experts in health. And it was just like you saw the national health system crumble. And it was just like, how pathetic. It was just really, really pathetic because, you always have the Western world, the Americas telling Africa what to do. And during a crisis, they didn't even know what to do. So I was just like, this is an absolute joke of a country. When I was in the UK, I was just like, people didn't even have basic PPE, like gloves, aprons, they were lacking. And so it was just a real, real shambles. And I think, like, as time progressed with the whole COVID thing, a lot of countries saw it as a way of using it politically for their own benefits and also to exploit people financially. That is the honest truth, guys. Because like when I was leaving Jamaica, I had to have a COVID test, a PCR test, right? And I was asking around at different places because obviously I was looking at prices, I was looking at prices and things like that because I didn't want to spend a lot of money to get COVID tests done. And I think the most expensive was $250, literally $250 for a COVID test. Are you kidding? I was just like, I, I was so angry. I had to tell myself to calm down because I was just like, we just saw that, we're being exploited. And then there was another place I went and they were asking for $200. So the price I finally paid was $150. And I think, guys, that's still expensive for a COVID test. It's 150 US dollars for the PCR test, and then the antigen test is around what is it? Is around what it was around $60, and I'm like, why? Why? It's because of the turnaround time. The antigen test is faster, whereas like the COVID test, it takes. I mean, the PCR takes a bit more time, and I'm just like, so what? Like literally, if they wanted to, you can get your PCR results within like an hour or two. But yeah, so as you're saying, Joy, I think it's a way of just like making money now. It's ridiculous. And then like even though obviously the cases like Rwanda has dealt with COVID like really, really well. They're really trying to push through. But like and like, Rwanda is one of the countries that's doing really, really well with managing COVID and all the measures and things like that to keep the cases down. And I think, as I said, I think part of it, the reason why the cases increase is due to the volcanic eruptions in Congo, and then what's happening with Uganda. So cases coming into Rwanda that increased the the number of cases. But even like other European countries, saying, oh, Rwanda's dealing with COVID really well, and Rwanda is a low risk country, which I think it still remains a low risk country in my opinion. But then, like, the UK put Rwanda on the red list, so it means that anybody coming into from Rwanda to the UK has to basically quarantine for 10 days in a hotel. Now, the cheapest like hotel was like I don't know, for 10 days was around like $2,000. That's not even including your breakfast, lunch, dinner for the 10 days. And I'm like, this is just, you know, this is just crazy. Like, how come Rwanda is on the red list? That doesn't make any sense. Whilst other countries in Europe are saying that Rwanda is a low risk country. So, and then the countries that like the UK had some sort of dealing with financially or economically, they were basically on the what is it, on the green or amber list, so they could travel in freely, and that's why you even had the Indian variant, because Indians were traveling in and out of the UK freely and spreading the virus. So guys, I'm just so over it. I'm just so over it. You know, when you've got these superpowers running the world and messing up your whole life, and you just want to get on with it, and they're just like, making your life difficult. We have a super chat from. Okay, let's have a look. Big K, are there more lakefront plots available for farms in the area of your farm? I retire in November. Okay, so the best thing to do is send me an email. That's projecthealtha@gmail.com, projecthealtha@gmail.com. The best thing, guys, to like specific information around plots and business, yeah, book a consultation. It's very, very much affordable, and I do have availability. So book a consultation. That's the email is projecthealtha@gmail.com, and then we can go through in detail. Okay. But thank you so much for your super chat. Very much appreciated. Again, guys, make sure you have liked the live stream. Again, remember that any super chat you get here goes towards supporting Eileen in her higher education. So please, please, please consider supporting. Okay, Mr. Pirate Brave is saying, I'm sorry to hear that you and your husband are what we're going through. Yeah, I think it's not just us, it's a lot of others around the world. But obviously right now it's frustrating because of because like we are working on this, there's a lot of things that we're working on here on the ground. And it like the restrictions have an impact. Sorry guys, I'm just looking at my laptop. The restrictions have an impact on our projects and moving forward, because I'm coming back, I was just so excited. I just wanted to get stuck in and keep my mind focused. And it's like, we got hit by this brick, and it's like, right, you have to stop here. So many hurdles that we have to jump right now. But as I said, like, I feel like I have no other choice but to just stay positive and just keep going. Just keep going. Shelly-Ann Gordon is in the building. Good evening, Lady Visionary. Good evening to you as well. How are you doing? She's saying, stay positive and safe. Lockdown is no fun. Oh my goodness. Literally, I don't know. Like, when we did like the whole stay at home in the UK, I was just like, but yeah, to be honest, guys, I don't know how I would cope, but I would have to cope, literally, because I really feel like that's where we're headed here in Rwanda. But I'm hoping and praying and keeping fingers crossed that the situation improves, and we can get back to some sort of normality, because it is not fun. Hey, BB is in the building, sending my prayers. Thank you so much. Let me send out the link for anybody who's in Rwanda. Let's have a look. I'm inviting you guys in. If you are a YouTuber or just anyone living in Rwanda right now, I'm going to invite you in to come and speak to the people, just to add to the conversation, like, how you're feeling, and where do you think we're heading? Do you think we're heading towards a total lockdown? Am I just like panicking for no reason? Should I just suck it up and just stop being a crybaby? Like, I'm sending out the link so if anybody's interested, just join the conversation. Right. Harmony Clark is in the building. When does the lockdown come into effect? So tomorrow the new changes will come into effect. Okay, that's where schools and public offices are closed. They have to work from home, and the curfew will be like 6 p.m. And again, it remains that like moving across province and district, you have to apply for clearance. And it's mainly like if there's like an emergency, hospital appointment, or any other special cases. But for the diaspora, before you could like show your passport and say yeah, like the diaspora, and they will let you can move around. But now you actually have to have clearance from the police in order to be able to move around different provinces or districts. So that comes into effect in the next couple of hours. God, I'm gonna be all right, guy. I'm gonna be all right. Shelley-Ann Gordon, the media like to keep the frenzy going. Don't listen to the news report. Yes, it's true. Like that's what I realized, but especially when I was in the UK, and they just like I swear they contributed to a lot of people mental health problems because it was just too much. Like there was a point where I was just like to my husband, I do not want you to turn on the TV. I do not like, and even if he does turn on the TV, it cannot be the news. Like my husband, he's stronger than I am with regards to that. So yeah, he would be watching it, and I'm like, no, 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 I don't want to watch this. I don't want to hear it because it just heightens the problem, I think. Yeah, Shelley-Ann Gordon, just wear your mask. So here in Rwanda, if you don't know, as soon as you leave your property, you have to wear a mask. Even when you're driving in the car with others, you have to wear your mask. Sizzle Diary's in the building. Hello, hello, hello. How you doing? One of my supporters, one of my girls. Thank you so much for being here. How you doing? I'm doing okay. Say hi, Kerry-Ann. Hello to you as well. How are you doing, Sizzle Diaries? How are you doing? Honeycomb 368A. Greetings, Lady Visionary family. Sending healing to the people of Rwanda. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for being here as well. Okay, we going into lockdown here too, starting midnight today. Wow. Sizzle Diaries, where are you again? Can you let me know where you are again? Yeah, let me know where you are. So I'm trying to, okay. I'm not quite, okay, Jojo, is it Jojo Co 64? I'm not quite understanding your question. But yeah, do you guys have any questions for me? Let me know if you have any questions and I can answer those for you guys. But thank you guys so much for being here. If you haven't already done so, please make sure you smash on that like button. Make sure you subscribe if you're new. We're on the road to achieving 5K subscribers. And I believe it is possible with your help, guys. So please, please, please make sure you share one of your favorite videos on my channel. I would really appreciate that. So make sure you share it on, the various social media platforms, whether that be Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. Yeah, please, please share. I don't know if any of you guys have been keeping track of what's happening with regards to the COVID situation here in Rwanda. And what do you guys think? What do you guys think? Do you think that we're going into a total lockdown? Like, what do you think? Have you been keeping track? And as I think, who was it that said that you're planning to come in August? Was it you, Joyce? I think so. Yeah, and yeah, I think a lot of people will have to kind of think about their plans and strategies. When is the right time to come? Because, I have been impressed with the way that Rwanda has been dealing with the COVID situation. I feel like they've been handling it really, really well. Like, you see a lot of measures in place, like, you have to have various washing stations, washing your hands and maintaining good hygiene in the public space, as well as like in schools and things like that. So Rwanda's really tried to, adapt and try to keep the situation safe, that we can just continue living normally. However, as there's been this rapid increase over the last week, they've reverted back to some of the measures that they had in place previously. And I'm like, oh no, this is not happening. This is not happening. This can't be happening. So, yeah, guys. Godfrey Mohammed is saying Rwanda needs to stand up and say no more to the whole thing in a fierce. Unfortunately, Rwanda has taken the shilling from the West and the World Health Organization. The push is to force the the quack scenes on the population. Guys, obviously you have your opinions about that, and that's everybody's entitled to say their opinion. So I'm not going to knock you on that. But the situation is very much real on the ground. It's very much real on the ground. The cases are increasing, and people, although the deaths I would say are not significant, the number of active cases, so that those are the people who are actually suffering from COVID, have actually increased dramatically or significantly over the last week. So that's why they've sort of acted to put much stricter measures in place. But the way we were hit, like before this, guys, we were really things are really looking up. I was just like, yes, things are looking really good. With regards to our projects and things like that, things are looking up. And then bam, what is going on? Like, why? What's going on? So obviously some of you would be like, oh, yes, it's real. This is a real situation. Some of you guys would be like, oh, it's a pandemic. It's a push for the vaccine. But regardless of what it is, it's impacting people's lives in a significant way. And that's real. That's very, very much real, because that is felt on the ground, So that's my take on that. That's my take on that. So again, I'm going to send out the link. I've got quite a few of you guys. Are you guys shy or what? Can someone just come in and talk to me? Whether it's a YouTuber, do we have any YouTubers in the building living in Rwanda right now? Any YouTubers in the building living in Rwanda, or anybody who's watching who's living in Rwanda and has something to add to the conversation? I would really love to hear from you. Don't be shy. Lady Visionary does not bite. I do not bite. Guys. Right. I'm seeing quite a few of you guys in the bear with me, guys. Sorry. So I've sent out the link for anybody who wants to join the conversation. It's been a while since I've had any of you guys join the conversation. So make sure, if you have something to add to the topic, okay, forget it. If you're watching and you have anything to add to the conversation, you don't have to be a YouTuber in Rwanda or someone living in Rwanda. If you have anything to add to the conversation, then you can click on the link that I provided in the chat and you can come and speak to me. If we're not getting anyone to participate, then guys, I am going to finish up very, very shortly, because I like to make it quite interactive. And sometimes when I'm speaking to myself, I'm like, oh, obviously I'm speaking with you guys, but when I'm talking so much, I like it when you guys are interactive and have some call-ins. Regman Music is in the building. Hello, how are you doing? How are you doing? Peace and blessings at Lady Visionary. Peace to you as well. So glad to have you here. And I recognize you again as one of my supporters. So thank you so much for being in the building. Thank you guys so much. Have you guys liked the stream? Have you guys liked the stream? Has the conversation, have you found it useful? Is there anything else that you'd like me to, any questions that you'd like me to answer them? Just let me know in the comment section and I'll do my best to answer your questions. Again, for those of you guys, I know some of you are saying, well, I know I was thinking about coming to Rwanda, but the current situation, maybe I'll hold off. You're starting to reevaluate things. Yeah, but everybody's timing is different. Everybody's timing is different. So you really have to assess the situation on an individual basis. Keep up to date with what's happening here. Like, as I said, like, even with the restrictions, like, I think the biggest restriction, to be honest, is this new curfew, like being home at 6 p.m. Because as you guys know, like a lot of our projects outside of the home, what we were doing before was like working up until like 9 o'clock, we'd get home, that sort of thing. Because the curfew was 10 o'clock, so we could get a lot done without rushing back home. But now with this new curfew that's going to be in place from tomorrow, the 1st of July, it means that everybody, like, I think shops are closed by 5, and then by 6 o'clock, you cannot be caught on those streets because they're very strict, guys, with regards to being out past curfew. Yeah, they're very, very strict. You will be fined like, it's like $10. I know people won't think that's a lot, but you'll be fined like $10, and also you'll spend the night in like some sort of stadium. Yeah, like here in Mosambik, there is a stadium that they sleep overnight, kind of like a little bit of a punishment for breaking the rules. So you can't be caught out. So, but mainly people do follow the rules, and they're in their homes on time. But you do get the odd few who get caught out and are outside past the curfew. And I know, like, even like right now, because this, like, when the curfew being at 7 p.m., like, even was it today, my husband was getting back home and he was rushing to get back to the house at 7 p.m. And the day before, I was at the project site and I was worried. I was trying to rush back for 7 p.m. I was like, oh my God, I don't want to get caught out on the street. I don't want to sleep in the stadium. The $10 obviously is not a problem, but I just don't want to sleep in the stadium overnight, and I've got kids. So let's hear what you guys are saying. Yeah, Aaliyah is in the building. It's 6 p.m. curfew. I don't even like thinking about it. I'm just like, right, just accept it. It is what it is. You can't change it. So just ride with it. Ride with it. That's what I'm trying to do, guys, but it's hard. So we have to just we just have to restructure and replan, and then making sure that we get back home for 6 p.m. sharp. Even if we can get home like 5:30, 5:45. Yeah, but so far we've been cutting it thin with regards to the curfew time for 7. So imagine 6 p.m. Oh. Listen, I swear, if I get like caught out, like, like 6 p.m., like rushing back home, I think I would just like slip into a bush or something and sleep until the next morning, 4 a.m. I just roll out the bushes and be like, right, I'm heading home. Right, guys, that was just a joke, by the way. The Africa is in the building, and I'm seeing more of you guys join. Please make sure you smash the like button. Again, any super chats for this live goes towards supporting a young person. Her name is Eileen in higher education. So please do consider supporting with a super chat. And again, if you decide to support Eileen in education via PayPal, make sure you reference Eileen so I know that is going directly to her. And if you haven't seen the video, the live video I did with Eileen, you can actually go ahead and view that video. And also, all the details are in the description bar of how you can support Eileen in education. So you can actually contact her or support her directly if you don't want to go via me. Okay, okay. People have comments, but I'm so, like, right, guys. Like, there's certain things, certain conversations that I won't have on this channel, like debate about, like, just debates about certain things. Like, yeah, that I'm like, some people will see it as necessary, but if it's not a part of the conversation right now, it just doesn't need to be said. So, Aliyah is saying also most of the countries are being paid to keep these restrictions in place. You know, that's some people's ideas. Yeah, I don't rule it out at all. I don't really rule it out. A whisper, is it whistleblower from the States reported that information? A whistleblower, yeah. So I wouldn't, that wouldn't surprise me if I'm honest, Elliot. That would not surprise me at all. Um, Hello, Sister Diaries, great content on your channel, sister. That's from Redmond Music. Redmond Music saying, that's too bad. Do you know how long it's for this time at Lady Visionary? Like, we don't know right now, but I think previously, like, they were trying to review every like 2 weeks or so. So, like, yeah, like from the 1st of July, so being tomorrow, yeah, so from the 1st of July, from tomorrow, I think after about 2 weeks or so, we will have a review. So I'm like, I'm anticipating, like, but then again, if things are, to be honest, because even we had like new restrictions to like a week ago, and then now we have new restrictions a week later. That's just a week later. So I'm just like, that's why I'm just like, what is going on? So things could change again within the next week, depending on whether if the cases are increasing, continue to increase significantly, then I can see Really sorry, guys. Um, I'm really sorry. Sorry, guys. My internet. Sorry about that. One of the challenges here in Africa is the internet. So yeah, Shelley and Gordon was saying that I just need to start my days early, and that's exactly what I'm going to do. I have to get up really early and make sure I get things done. Yeah. So, guys, I think that's it from me. I really think that's it from me, unless you have anything, any other questions. But I really think that's it from me. As I said, I'm just riding the waves right now. I'm just riding the waves right now and seeing how things go. But again, like, I don't necessarily want to be like, I wouldn't, I know, like, I've heard like some people saying they would go back to Europe or America. But I don't feel that way, to be honest. I feel like hopefully, like, you know, because I'm like, I've invested so much here, like with YouTube, with my projects, and I'm just like, no, I can't. I think someone suggested that to me, and I'm like, I can't see myself going back to Europe. No way, hell no. Like, what do you guys think? If the situation continues to worsen, do you think I should stay put, or do you think I should go back to the UK? What do you guys think? Because like the thought of going back to the UK would drives me crazy. It drives me absolutely crazy. Like, can I just have to ride it out. I've invested here. Like, you guys have invested in me, watching my channel, supporting me, and then for me to say that I'm going back to the like I'm going back to Europe, guys, what do you think? What do you think? Because it was suggested, and I was just like, I wasn't even thinking about that. I was just thinking, oh no, Rwanda, please, no. Like, for me, I just want to ride it out. Like, obviously, I believe that we will get to the end of this. We definitely will, but it's going to take time. And I can't see, like, before I was just like, yeah, maybe by the end of 2021, but maybe by the end of 2021. But guys, if I'm honest, like, we're gonna still be facing this challenge with COVID-19 even in 2020. Sorry, even in 2022. I think that maybe towards the end of 2022, that's when we'll probably start to see some real changes. But I really feel like for the next year and a half, a lot of us are going to be riding through the challenges related to COVID. That's my God honest truth. Like, that's definitely what I think. I don't know what you guys think. It will be interesting to know what you guys think. But I don't feel like we're at the end of the road anytime soon. And I'm not just talking about Rwanda. Like, I'm talking about the global situation with regards to COVID. The global situation. Someone's asking a very good question. Guys, have you liked the live stream? I'm seeing you guys engaging. So as long as you guys are engaging, I'm here. I'm here for it. So is the Rwanda Research Center looking at creating a African-owned vaccine? I don't, Tony. If I'm honest, I don't want to say anything about where. Is it India that no? Is it India or China that they've received some vaccines from? For the people who have been vaccinated. I can't remember whether it's from India or China. Yeah, one of those. Success Nation is in the building. Hi, Success Nation. Oh, All right,
Hey,
okay.
Visionary, how are you?
I'm doing good. How are you? Long time.
I know, I am good. No, you asked a question that I honestly have an answer to. So I'm like, well, let me come in here and answer these questions you're asking about. You said, what do we think? I'm so sorry, my children are making so much noise back here.
That's
Um,
okay. It's okay.
yeah, but you were saying like, should you go or should you just write it out? And honestly, I would say you should ride it out. You are better off in Africa than you are in Europe. I don't know about the United Kingdom, but I am currently in the United States where if they turn off the food supply, we're all doomed. You know what I mean? And everything is so controlled here. Over there, you have a big, beautiful land. You have so much going on for yourself. Like, you will make it there. You will thrive in Africa in the midst of any pandemic whatsoever. Oh, hold on. I'm so sorry. Give me a minute.
Oh, bless. That's Success Nation in the building. Yeah, like what she's saying, like she doesn't think that I should go back to the UK at all. And for me, that's also like I feel like it's not an option. The thought of going back to the UK, like no, no. And as she said, I'm well invested here. I'm well invested here. So Sussex Nation, she's back, I think.
Yes, yes, I am. I had to put them under control. But yeah, so like you said, you have a lot invested in Africa. And for me, like it would just be like, why would I want to give up freedom? You have more than everything invested. Why would you want to give up freedom? Yeah, things, and then right now, there's nowhere really to escape, honestly, if people don't know.
Exactly. Yeah,
There is
that's
nowhere to
true.
escape. It's not like you're going back to Europe, but like it's COVID free. COVID is everywhere. We're sitting here in the state right now. COVID is here. People are getting left to right. So wherever you go, you know, COVID is
You have to
everywhere.
face the challenges wherever you go.
Yes,
Yeah, that's
wherever
true.
you go. You just
That's
want to
true.
have
That's
to
why I
choose.
feel like that's why like I felt like, you know what, I'm just gonna like continue to work hard within the
Mm,
restrictions and just keep going because I am well invested here and it's just like I can't see myself anywhere else. But at the same time, it's like the impact is just so huge. It's like, oh my God, like, are we gonna see
yeah.
the end of this road? Not just
Mm,
here in Rwanda, but globally. I'm sure not just me, but a lot of other people around the world are just fed up because
yeah.
I thought that like we would have been like by now we would be like coming out of this whole COVID thing. But looking at the whole situation, I feel like we're going to be in it for another year and a half or so.
Yeah. Like you
And,
said, that's
and,
the
and,
fact.
and
That's
I
the
guess
sad
like we
part.
shouldn't be surprised if anything new comes up because like we're living in crazy, crazy times right now. So yeah, just like I'm riding it. Yeah, Rhonda, I'm here to stay. Like I really am here to stay. So
And
we'll
by the way,
see.
you look
Keep
beautiful.
following the journey to see what the outcome will be. But I'm trying to ride it out as much as I can and trying to stay positive. You do question like I am human, you know what I mean? I do question like because as I said, like I was working so hard with my projects and I felt like really excited. I could really see the vision, the end of the tunnel sort of thing. And then when like there's a massive hurdle, you're just thinking, okay, right, this is not going according to plan, like and so it
Hmm.
does knock you a little bit. I have felt deflated at times, but I feel like regardless, I have to stay positive because it's a situation that's not going to go away. So I have to just ride it out. And hopefully obviously it will go away eventually. I believe that. But in the current moment, while things are happening, I have no control to say disappear. So I just have to ride with the waves and just, do the best I can within the constraints of the rules and the law here in Rwanda.
Absolutely, absolutely. I just want to take the time to say you look so beautiful. I love your hair. You glowing. I mean,
Thank you.
You are doing great. You are doing great. Like it's sometimes too in the midst of trials and tribulations and hard times is where all the millionaires and the billionaires are born. That's when they really thrive. So, like you said, riding it out would just be the best option, quitting everything and packing your bags and going back to the UK where Corona is also present. Where you're going to have to pay these big mortgages, or I don't know how it is there, but I know it is here. Where
Yeah,
you're going
pretty
to have
much
to
the
try to find
same.
a job, just whatsoever it is, it's just going to be. I wouldn't if I was in your shoe, I would not give it up. I would, like you said, I would ride it out. And right now, I wish I was on the African continent, honestly, because it's just better. It's just
No,
better.
it definitely is. Like, I feel more alive here. I definitely feel more alive, but I have to be honest. There are times when I'm like, what's going on? Like,
Hmm.
what's going on? But like, thank you so much, because that's also like you calling in is really has really been encouraging to me, because obviously you've been following my journey, and you're saying, oh, like what I'm doing is great, and I really do believe that as well. I'm just like, yeah, I don't want it to all fall through, like because of this whole COVID thing. I'm just like,
Yeah.
some of it is also because I'm not able to, because I had certain goals, I had set certain goals to be able to
Mm.
achieve this by a certain time. And then, for example, I had the building project, the diaspora home building project that I was hoping to start by August, waiting for the paperwork and things like that through the government offices, and it's closed. Tomorrow, like as from tomorrow, it's closed. So I can't get the documents that I need to start building. So I'm like, but
Mm.
anyway, I just have to exercise patience and just, as you say, just keep pushing, because yeah, that yeah, the situation in the UK is not far off what's happening in the United States. So yeah, but
Hmm.
where are you
Yep.
from on the continent? Where are you from?
I'm from
Is it
Liberia.
Liberia? Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I was
Well,
trying to remember.
you're gonna live out your name. Your name is Lady Visionary. You see the visions, In the midst of it all, you see the vision. So you're gonna live out your name. That's what you're gonna do.
Oh,
You're just gonna live out your name.
oh,
Um,
thank you so
you
much.
will you will
Do
thrive. You
you
will
have a
thrive.
YouTube channel? Because I know you had your YouTube channel. Do you still have it?
Yeah, I have it. I just haven't been posting like I should. But
Why not?
I well, let me tell you. When life kind of, hit you a little bit, you
Mm.
take a little break. I guess I would say I just took a little break from YouTube for a while. But yeah, I'll come back. I'll come back
Yeah.
with more contents and
Okay,
stuff
so
like
I'm just gonna let my viewers know that Success Nation also has a YouTube channel, so you can go
that.
ahead and check her out and also support her by subscribing. But thank you so much, Success Nation, for calling in. I really appreciate your encouragement. Definitely, that has lifted my spirit. So yeah, guys,
Thank
I will
you.
definitely. That was always kind of in my mind, but you do have these things in your head that are just like, yeah,
Bye.
what's
Bye.
happening?
See you later.
Mm. But anyway, take care, and thank you so much for calling in. Thank you so much, Success Nation, for calling in. So you heard from Success Nation there. Okay. Um, okay, Regman Music is saying, have a great rest and evening. Thank you so much. Same to you as well. We don't go back, we go forward. That is Jacqueline Dallas. Yes, yes, yes. I totally agree. Totally agree with you. Yeah, Regman Music, stay put. It's your home now. Rwanda is definitely home. Like, I was in Jamaica, and every time because I need to do a live about Jamaica, I need to do a topic on Jamaica, because there was so much that I experienced there that I need to talk about. And I love Jamaica. That's where I was born. But there's just so many things going on there that it's like I just don't feel like it would be a place that I could even live. And so finishing up with everything in Jamaica. And obviously, I love my family back there, and we had like, apart from what happened and what we had to do there, I had a wonderful time with them. But I was like looking forward to coming back to Rwanda, coming home back to Rwanda. So yeah, I do feel like Rwanda, yeah, Rwanda has a place in my heart most definitely, and Rwanda is home. So I can't really see myself like living anywhere else right now, but doing business on other parts of the continent, I would love to do that. Like I was talking to a friend and I was talking about doing business in Ghana, for example. And Ghana was one of the places, if you don't know, or Ghana was the first country that I visited on the continent and was going to relocate to until I met my husband, who's Rwandan. And I didn't just meet him. I mean, I didn't just decide to come to Rwanda because my husband is Rwandan. I did my research. I was coming to Rwanda and seeing if it's a place where I would fit in and also where I would want to live and do business and everything like that. And also, as well as growing my children. So it's not because my husband is Rwandan. My husband was open, like, as well. You know, we were researching together, and even like he would love to visit Ghana because I talk so highly of Ghana. So we are planning, well, I'm planning to take him at some point. But yeah, I wanted to first of all relocate to, and I was planning to relocate the year I met my husband. I was planning to move to Ghana. There was some medical projects I was working on. I was doing a lot of research around my medical projects and what I wanted to do. And I had my business plan, and I was heading to Ghana. And things changed, and now I'm here. Now I'm here in Rwanda, and yeah, Rwanda is very much home. Very much home. Okay. The Africa, the Africa saying the experimental injection is killing people. That's the plan. Well, you know, I can't comment so much on this. I know people have had like some reactions. There's been reports of a few cases of deaths due to receiving the vaccines. But I know like the way that vaccines work anyway, vaccines across the board, there will be one or two anomalies. So there will be, for example, one or two people who die from receiving any vaccine. And that's statistics within research across the board. Yeah, because there was one, like I hadn't been taking the is it the flu vaccine or whatever vaccine that was? Was it flu vaccine or something along those lines? And there's 1 year I took the vaccine, the flu vaccine or some one of those vaccines, and I'm telling you, I felt like I was not going to wake up the next morning. I felt I felt I was like within a couple of hours of taking that vaccine, I was very, very sick. I was unable to move out of bed. My muscles were weak, and I was like, never again, never again. You know, those flu vaccines that you take yearly. It was my first time. I've lived in the UK, what, like over 20 years. And it was my first time taking the vaccine. And it literally disabled me. I could not walk. I could not do anything. So, yeah. Okay. Now, guys, so many comments and things like that. I want to get through the comments and then round up before my internet messes up. Okay, Shelley and Gordon, no, we can't wait to link up on the continent. You have the outdoor beauty, the birds, the fruits. Yes, like you guys have seen you guys have seen the land that I purchased. If you haven't seen that video, the tour of my land that I purchased, based at Lake Burera, like, guys, I never get bored of that project site. The lakes, the birds, the scenery. It's just absolutely stunning, guys. And I do have a plot of land there for anybody who is interested, right? For anybody who is interested, I do have a plot of land there for sale. So you can email me, and because it right now it's really a hot cake. Even I met my husband's cousin, and we just met because she was looking for land in the area, and we know the place very well. So we bumped into them and started showing them the place, and they were like, and they like, we were supposed to go today to the yeah, we were supposed to go today to the government office to pay and finalize for the land. Absolutely beautiful. She asked us to come and view the land, and me and my husband went to go and see it. They needed a second opinion, and it's not far from our project site where we're building our hotel. And like, we advised them, you must get it, and she was like, right, yes, definitely, we're getting it. And then we were supposed to go today to finalize, and then the office called me back and said, like, because of new restrictions, we've been advised to stay at home, like nobody is going into public offices. And so basically that's it. But it's this COVID thing is affecting a lot of things. But yeah, guys, I'm rambling on, but I do have a beautiful plot of land at Lake Burera, where my project site is. The great thing about being there is that there is nobody that lives on that island. Like there's nobody around, so it's just like, it's tranquil. You don't hear any noise. You just hear the sound of the lake. You hear the sounds of the birds, like the wind gushing through the trees, and it's lovely. And guys, our website is going to be out. So right now, what we're going to be offering is luxury camping. For those of you guys who don't know glamping, luxury camping out in nature, right? We will have modern toilets, guys. We will have modern toilets, and not to worry. We'll hopefully have that set up and ready for bookings by the 1st of August. So we're working so hard. And if you guys are not following me on Instagram, because I have been giving snippets of what's happening on the island right now, so please do go over and follow me on Instagram. I'm there as lady_visionary. That's lady_visionary. I'm giving little snaps. I'm not giving it away because I'm waiting for things to be finalized with regards to the glamping project, but the website will be available hopefully by the beginning of August. So for those of you guys who are interested in like glamping in nature, and just immersing yourself and just getting away, it's a getaway. Because even like with everything that's happening, when I go there, I feel like I don't have any worries in the world, really. So if you guys come, I'll be the one hosting you. So do consider it, because I know a lot of my Black community people are like, glamping, like out, like glamping in a tent. It's a luxury tent, guys, with a real bed, like a real mattress. As I said, modern toilet, in nature. You can also have like a full body massage outdoors in nature. Relaxing, hearing the sounds of the lake, the birds. Guys, you need to come and visit Lazy Visionary and everything. Like, just even if you just come to see my projects, what I'm doing here, it's enough. But yeah, have any of you guys actually been glamping? That's luxury camping. And would you consider it? Would you consider it? Okay, right. I'm going to read through some more of the comments. Harmony is asking, are you all receiving vaccines? For now, I have not received the vaccine. I have not received the vaccine, but I know people who have. But for me, I'm not having the vaccines. I'm not having the vaccine right now, or planning on having the vaccine. Yeah, it's a difficult one, guys. It's a difficult one. TB Dan, Africa is healthy. You are in the best place. Thank you. Yes, guys, on my Instagram, because like we caught a lot. Well, I'm saying we. The fishermen caught a massive um, catfish, and I cooked half of it for dinner. And but I did show the whole catfish on Instagram. So if you haven't seen that snippet, you need to go and see it. But it was so tasty. The way I cooked it, my husband was like, "Oh, this is so tasty," and I was like, "Oh, thank you." So yeah, like Lake Burera, and the thing is because Lake Burera is so deep, it's deeper than Lake Rohondo. So the fishes that are caught in Lake Burera tends to be bigger because they go so deep and high. But this fish was huge, huge, and I think my husband paid like it must have been around. It was at least 4 or 5 kilos, and my husband paid I think like $3, $3, guys, and I still have some left. Shelly, and absolutely, I'm waiting to see how these variants and these vaccines play out with all these lifted restrictions. Yes, so that's me. I'm just like on the fence, also, sort of like analyzing everything and see how everything plays out. Really, the Chinese vaccine is dangerous. Oh, 200 doctors have died. Like that wouldn't really surprise me because, to be honest, I do not trust those people. Like, it's the truth. It's the truth. Literally, I do not trust them. I do not trust them. Messing around with my hair right now. I do not trust them, guys. I do not trust them. Not one bit. I do not. I do not trust them. Okay. Harmony Clark is saying, don't take the Chinese vaccine. Problems in South Africa with that vaccine. As I said, I wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't be surprised at all. And especially, no, I wouldn't be surprised, guys. Like, I'm very wary of them and their agenda, very much onto them, to be honest. Yeah, she's absolutely right. I think you're talking about Success Nation. Most definitely, she was giving me some really good advice and very, very encouraging. She said that I'm basically in the best place. I don't need to go anywhere. I just need to ride it out. And that's exactly what I plan on doing. Like, unless it was by force, seriously, I can't see myself leaving Rwanda. Jacqueline Dallestein, UK follows US like they are brothers. Okay. I hear you. That's true though. That's so true. Um, I think they have a very close relationship. Joanne Faith, what what the people don't know, another lockdown is coming that will be longer than the first lockdown. When we come out of it, a new world order will take full effect, ushering into the mark of the beast. I know there's been a lot of conversation around that, but ah, guys, the world as we knew it, I think we all would agree to this. The world as we knew it, it's never going to be the same. And if you don't realize that by now, you're still sleeping, most definitely. The world as we knew it, it is no more. It is no more at all, you know. And in some respect, to be honest, that is very scary. It's very scary, you know. Tony is saying the situation would not get worse. All of us need to adapt. I hear you. I hear you. I hear you. Yeah, I mean, look at COVID. Like COVID, a lot of people were like, when in the height of the pandemic, a lot of people were confused. They didn't know whether they were going left or right. They didn't know where to turn, or what the situation would be with regards to employment. And a lot of people, a lot of entrepreneurs have been birthed from COVID. A lot of people have gone into their inner selves and released their potential um, no, showing that we can adapt to any given situation, and in some respect we should feel encouraged or driven for the fact that we are demonstrating ourselves to be resilient despite the challenges that we're facing. Hello from Orlando, Lady V, and don't go to the UK. Stay in Africa. You're there for a reason. Yes, if I ever even, I told myself this even when I left the UK, that if I ever have those moments where I'm just not sure about things, I should always go back to why, my reasons why I left, and and the reason why I want to be here on the continent as opposed to in Europe. Okay, Ingrid is saying, Lady, after escaping from the belly of the beast, why would you return? I know you're going through a lot, but don't lose hope. Yeah, that's true. That's true, Ingrid. That's so very true. And that's why the thought of even going back, as someone mentioned to me about going back, I literally felt physically sick. I don't know how I would cope in that environment now that I'm here in Rwanda and I'm seeing the possibilities. Yeah, I'm seeing the possibilities, and I'm just like, if if this COVID would just go away, like my vision and my goals can be like, I can really get there quickly. But you know, I guess it's also about not being hard on myself, because I've always been someone who's been like, I want to achieve this. If it doesn't happen, I just like, I just don't feel good. But I think I just need to be patient and just keep riding with the waves. And I do believe that I will get there. Like, I do believe that. The Great Reset is coming, a depression like no other. Be prepared. That's why it's best to be on a farm, self-sufficient. Yes, like you guys, if you haven't seen the video of the farm, my God, you guys need to go and see that. You guys need to go and see that. Like, it's beautiful, beautiful. And yeah, like you can like the way like the farm is set up, yes, you can be self-sufficient. You would not need to literally, you won't need to even leave that place, because you can live off the farm. But yeah, the Africa, is it Sinovac is the dangerous experiment instrument. I've seen you guys, sorry, because I can't really see. Okay, I'm coming to that. Okay. Instrumental Rwanda. I'm in Rwanda, Musanzi. Yes, in Rwanda there is COVID-19, but I support the government policy, and I think they will be able to contain it, will not reach to the level of crisis. That's what I'm praying. Like, as I said previously, like, I feel like Rwanda, and that's one of the reasons why I chose to come to Rwanda, because I was just so impressed by the way that, you know, the government was dealing with COVID, and, the fact that they've been able to contain the spread and everything like that. And, I compared it to like the UK and America, and how like things were spiraling out of control, but Rwanda was doing so well. And so I really, to be honest, I'm here, and as obviously there is that element of fear, and I am just being transparent, that, okay, Rwanda, are we going into lockdown? But I do have the confidence as well that Rwanda will do what it takes to contain the situation and make sure that we can get back to normality as soon as possible. Because I can imagine, even for a lot of people in government, this is not what they want. The lockdown and things like that is not what they want. But they're doing it based upon the projections and how the cases are increasing. So hence why the measures, because we were all doing fine. We're thinking like we're coming out of it, and then bam, further restrictions, further lockdown, like less mobility, only move around in special cases or emergencies and things like that. So yeah, I have faith that we will bounce back. But again, you just can't help but think there's many things going on in the mind. Like, okay, what's going on? Are we going into lockdown? How long is this going to take? You have questions. You have questions. How will this have an impact on my projects and what I'm doing? You know what I mean? Will I have to reevaluate certain strategies, or, what ways do I need to adapt? So these are questions. These are normal questions that anybody will have. TB Dan, Africa is healthy on this pandemic. The scientific data shows it. You are more natural. You have more natural foods. We do. Like, Africa is the breadbasket to the world, and we are exporting a lot of foods to the Americas and also to Europe. Ingrid is saying, Lady Vision, no matter where you live, you will face challenges. Don't give up, and definitely don't return to the UK. Everything happens for a reason. Guys, I feel the energy, which seems to be quite positive. So I can't let myself down, and I definitely won't let you guys down. The Africa is saying civil war is coming. Ingrid is saying, yes, please do a live on Jamaica, because I'm thinking of moving back to Jamaica from the US. I'm really getting this pull to move back. Okay, I'm not gonna give it away, but Ingrid, Jamaica needs a president like Paul Kagame. All right, can I say that again? In order for Jamaica to progress to where it should be, Jamaica needs a president like Paul Kagame. That's all I'm going to say for now, Ingrid. Success Nation, I see your support there. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for the super chat. Ingrid, I see you there. Thank you so much. Ingrid is also saying, please hit the like button. Thank you, guys. If you haven't already done so and you're enjoying the conversation and you're gaining information, free information, by the way, guys, please do please make sure you smash the like button. And if you're new and you haven't yet subscribed, please go ahead and subscribe. Kerry-Ann, thank you so much for the super chat support. I appreciate that. Again, all the super chats that we get today is going towards supporting Eileen in higher education. That's a young 21-year-old who currently works with myself as a personal assistant. She started working with me about 2 months and a half ago. A very, very ambitious girl. The only issue is that she doesn't have the financial support, financial means to support herself in education. So she wants to study travel and tourism management at a bachelor degree level. She is set to go to the University of Travel and Business in Gisenyi. So myself and my husband, we're supporting her financially by giving her a job as well as other means to try and push her. This is a young person who is demonstrating that she can go far if she gets the support. So I feel like it's only right, me seeing her potential, to support her. So all the super chats that we get today will go towards Eileen's education, her tuition costs, accommodation, travel. So please do consider supporting. And again, if you haven't seen the video with me and Eileen, you can go ahead and, not now, but after, you can go ahead and check that out. And you can actually contact Eileen specifically as opposed to going through me. Harmony Clark is saying, why no one report on the success of vaccines, only negative? Yeah. I think there's a lot of conspiracy also, heightened conspiracy around COVID-19 vaccines. So, and also like negativity spreads on social media like wildfire. And, I say this even like off camera, that sometimes I feel like if which I wouldn't go there because that's not my character and that's not my vision. But if my channel was like, you know, a lot of conspiracy, a lot of drama, you know, the subscribers would just keep going. But nevertheless, I am very appreciative of all my subscribers, all 4,000 plus of you guys. We're on the road to achieving 5K subscribers, by the way. So do support me if you're here and you haven't yet subscribed, or you keep coming back and you're not subscribed. You know, you're just here to count the super chats, but that is going to a very good cause. It's supporting a young person, a young woman, to be able to get to university. So, you know, I have this channel and I have supporters who can make an impact on people's lives. So, like, why wouldn't I do that? Why wouldn't I do that? Okay. Oh, Jacqueline Dallas is saying, yes, it's true. I had the flu vaccine. It nearly killed me seriously. Yeah. To be honest, I had it once and the impact it had on me, like, I don't want anybody to feel that way because it was just horrible. And I would never, never, ever, ever get that again in my life. No way. I took, yeah, so yeah, is it Yayo Z? Wow, you took the vaccine. I took a flu vaccine in the UK. You know, after about 20 years of living there, I've never had the flu vaccine, and I took it 1 year, and it basically crippled me. I could not walk. I was bedbound. I was bedbound for almost 2 days. Ingrid is saying, I've been taken the I've been taken, oh, so I've never taken the flu vaccine. I haven't even taken the flu vaccine. I hear you. I hear you. LCF, four African countries have been chosen to make vaccines in Africa. Rwanda is one of them. Yeah, I think yeah, so I did know about this, that, you know, Rwanda was actually doing its own research around COVID-19 and possibly developing a vaccine. This was quite a while ago, though. This is quite a while ago I heard about this. So yeah. Jacqueline Dallison is saying, I have asthma, so they said it's best not to have it, would never take it again. Me neither. Rwanda, Senegal, South Africa, I forgot the fourth, signed this NWO agreement about a COVID-19 infrastructure. Too bad Kagame brought into this COVID thing. Okay, I hear you. On the CDC website, 6,000 people have died and thousands injured. There's vaccines, adverse events reporting system. I hear you. I have heard of that. I have heard of that. As for me, I have not taken the vaccine. I have not taken the COVID-19 vaccine. Yeah. DC, hi, Lady Visionary and African family. Hello, nice to have you here. How have you been? Jacqueline Dallas, glamping reminds me of Made in Essex. I hear you. Right. You're living while they're sitting at home, just imagining. Okay. Muharo, question. If vaccines are available, why are cases rising? Some will say that, oh, as I said, there's over 1,000, is it 1,000 or almost 1,200 imported cases? So these are cases coming outside of Rwanda. And also, if you look at like how vaccines are supposed to work, if you look at the percentage of people that are vaccinated, like Rwanda has a population of what, 12 million, and there's like over 300,000 people who have been vaccinated. So if you work out the percentage, it's very low, isn't it? So yeah. But Isaac, thank you so much for the super chat. Greetings to you as well. Glad to have you here. Again, one of my supporters. One of my supporters. Tony, while in lockdown, you can prepare a booklet with guidelines to Rwanda for diasporans who are planning to come to Rwanda after these sudden restrictions. Yeah, I have a lot of plans. There's so much information, guys, that I need to put together for you guys. Seriously, that I think you guys will find extremely beneficial. Like I'm on the ground and I can see so many different opportunities that you guys can potentially go into because I'm here. I can't do everything, but like for example, where I am right now in Musanze, educational facilities are lacking. So if you have experience in education and you can set up like a school or a library or something along those lines, it will really do well because it's lacking in that sense. Whereas like Kigali has, you're a bit, you have a lot more choices than in Kigali. Sorry, you have a lot more choices in Kigali, but here we would benefit from good quality educational institutions because they're lacking in the northern province here. So I'm seeing so many opportunities that I want to share with you guys. I'm also planning to do like a Zoom conference. For those of you guys that are interested, you guys can email me. I'm planning to do a Zoom conference. I just have to confirm the dates and time. And that will be a conference where I'm talking about how to make money in Rwanda. Like obviously right now, it's a challenging time to invest. It's not impossible, but it's a challenging time to invest. But like right now in the pandemic in Rwanda, like a good business, I would say if I'm just throwing one out there, is agribusiness, food, because people always need to eat regardless. Right now, people will need to eat regardless. So that's a really good business. So I will be organizing a conference and talking about different ways that you can make money and sustain yourself in Rwanda. So if that's something that you're interested in, please keep an eye out for that because that will be available very, very soon at an affordable price, guys. So, okay, so yeah, Tony, thank you so much for that. But yeah, like my even, my head is buzzing with everything that has happened. Yes, I do feel a bit disappointed with the cases increasing and the restrictions. But at the same time, I have so many ideas that I want to share with you guys, and I can't do them all. So I have to share, sharing is caring, and it's for the benefit of Rwanda as well. So where you see like a need, I can share that with you guys. And if you see that you can do it, why not move into that space and solve a problem through business? There's worse to come in the world, Lady Visionary. It is written in the book of Revelation. Yes, Ingrid, I totally see that because, like, to be honest, I think it was the early part of January where I was just feeling like, you know what, I felt like we should just be prepared for anything because the worst is yet to come, like in a sense. But we all would agree that right now in the world, it's a very, very challenging time. A lot of us did not see COVID coming, or we did not see like COVID still lingering up until now, and possibly for another year and a half, even 2 years. So, yes, Ingrid, I see your comment. Success Nation, I see you there. Okay. LCF is saying, if the government don't want lockdown, why do they distribute? Is this environment in? Oh, I don't know about that. I don't know about that. Africa needs to be the breadbasket to Africa, not to the world. But that's right, Ingrid. But And that's why I say like it's time that Africa started Africans started to benefit from the continent, because for so long it has been um, the Americas and the Europeans, or Europe, that has been, benefiting from the continent. And like you guys can see that a lot of the times Africans are the ones that, like, if you look at the statistics with regards to being below, like being at the poverty line, and you think, well, how can Africa feed the world and so many of its people be in poverty? That doesn't make sense. So I agree with you, Ingrid, 100%. Lady Visionary, I want you to be honest with me about Jamaica. I agree with you that Jamaica needs a real president, like the president of Rwanda. Ingrid, for now, the advice I would even give to Jamaicans, I know this sounds a bit, but if you can move to even an African country where there's opportunities, then for me, I would move. I would not stay in Jamaica. I would not, for like seeing Jamaica as it is right now. And I was there for what, 3 weeks. I personally could not live there. Personally, would not recommend living there. The issues are just too far and wide. Um, yeah, guys, Jamaica is a beautiful, beautiful country with the potential of massive. It's just, yeah, bountiful blessings. The D variant is getting by some vaccines. Wear your mask. So yeah, in Rwanda, it's compulsory as we leave our homes. We have to wear our masks. These vaccines are lethal injections. Lots and lots of doctors and scientists are speaking up. It's not conspiracy theory. They're factual. People dying from these things. They aren't even vaccines. I hear you. I know. I've heard what a few people, scientists who've actually, well, I've heard of one scientist um, that came out speaking about the vaccines and things like that. Oh, wow, really? Bill Cosby has been released from prison and his conviction overturned. Wow. I think I did see something about that on the news. I'll follow that up because I don't know enough about it. But I remember seeing something on the news and being like, okay, are they still talking about Bill Cosby? Like, what's going on? So I'll check it out. Folks, Bountiful Blessings saying, folks take prescriptions with all types of side effects, even death is listed for some, but they fear vaccines with less side effects. Like, as I said, there's a lot of, obviously, people obviously are apprehensive right now, because I guess they feel like there's a lack of transparency. They feel like we're being exploited financially, you know. So there's a lot of reasons why people are skeptical about the current vaccine and who to trust. KS Byrne is saying, thinking about moving to come and live in Rwanda. You should. You definitely should come. You definitely should come. Obviously, aside from what's happening with COVID, I definitely like just seeing how the president has a vision for Rwanda. Everything seems to be like mapped out. I've read the documents, um, and the plan, and just seeing over the years how it's not just words, it's actually putting those words into action. You're seeing those things coming to fruition. And definitely that's what I love about Rwanda. What they say, you're really seeing that happen on the ground. Hence why, like, I am like, right, definitely, I want to roll with Rwanda. You know what I mean? So I think definitely when all of this ticks over, I can just see Rwanda just excelling in the right direction. So yeah. Jacqueline Dallas, guys, I will be rounding up because I've been on here 2 hours. I wasn't expecting to be on here 2 hours. I will be rounding up shortly. Jacqueline Dallas, remember you must make use of the West while we are here, i.e. school items can be bought cheaply here. We can buy and send to you. Just an example. Oh, I see. Okay. Oh, I'm getting you. Okay. Remember you must make use of. That's a very good one, guys. Yes. Those of you guys who are coming, like a lot of schools and things, they need like books, children's books. So if you're coming to Rwanda and you can, even if it's like 5 like children's books of like all different age ranges, um, yeah, that would be really, really useful if you're coming. So consider that. Consider that. Ingrid is saying, I hear you, Lady Visionary, on your thoughts about Jamaica. My heart is breaking. My country is like losing my mother all over again. Yes, to be honest, I'm just like sad, sad. The Chinese have taken over Jamaica, Ingrid. They've taken over Jamaica. They pay our people very, 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 very small wages, treat them badly. They're basically significantly overworked and underpaid. Um, obviously, like the Jamaicans told me that the government are support was like, especially during like COVID, and a lot of people weren't able to like work, and because a lot of people may work on may work like hustling on the streets and things like that. And, they weren't allowed to do that in the height of COVID. And so the government did offer some support, like, but it's just, and like, for example, like if you look at the GDP of Rwanda and Jamaica has a higher GDP. But when you look at what Rwanda is doing and what Jamaica's doing, like, you're like, how can Rwanda, with a smaller GDP, be doing so well? You're seeing things like roads being built, you're seeing things happen here. But I left Jamaica, I left Jamaica over 20 years ago, and going back, I felt like there was no change apart from like like I guess the major changes that I saw was okay, yeah, they're trying to clean up and make Jamaica clean. But there's a lot of foreign investors that have invested in like the hotels. Like all the hotels are owned by foreigners, mainly foreigners. But infrastructure, roads, it's a significant problem, very big problem. Aaron Mitchell, are you from Jamaica? So yes, I was born in Jamaica. I'm an African born in Jamaica. So yeah, I am an African born in Jamaica. Guys, I am gonna love you and leave you guys. You can see my eyes are getting red right now. Um, Ingrid is saying, I'm very surprised that our Jamaican brothers and sisters allowed themselves to be disrespected like this. Where are their fighting spirit? Their fighting spirit, Ingrid, are at each other. Unfortunately, there's a massive problem with the community, inter-community violence within Jamaica. So Sorry guys, sorry guys. I will be. Thank you so much for guys for sticking around. But due to the internet as well, and me being on for about what 2 hour over 2 hours, and feeling a little bit sleepy. Although I'm not bored, guys. You guys have not bored me. I've had a great conversation. I just need to get some rest because I am getting up quite early in the morning. Yeah, I'm just looking at the time and I'm like, the new rules come in less than an hour. But yeah, Aaron, Ingrid. Aww. Ingrid is saying, thank you for this live. Thank you so much for being here, Ingrid. Thank you for being a continuous supporter. I really appreciate you. Is it Gwyn Slay saying you are breaking in? Yeah, sorry, that was my internet. Ingrid is saying that's one of our biggest problems as Black people. We're always fighting against each other while outsiders are taking over. 100%, 100%. That's been our biggest downfall, the fact that, that lack of unity, we fight amongst each other. Although things are changing, I think COVID really opened a lot of people's eyes. We're definitely starting to work together more. We're definitely breaking down barriers, but it's not at the level where it should be at, because when we're busy fighting each other, and this has always been the tactic of the enemy. And when you look at Black history and even just how certain groups have been able to come in and dominate parts of, well, the African continent, and that's been through dividing us and somehow influencing us to fight against each other. A lot of the genocide, a lot of the wars that's happened on the continent amongst ourselves has been because of the enemy and how the tactics that they've used to infiltrate. And whilst we're busy fighting against each other, they're busy just taking over. And exactly that is happening in Jamaica. They're like, the Chinese are like, oh, these idiots, they're fighting, killing each other. Let's just come in. And as I say, you go and see it for yourself. Like the Chinese have conquered Jamaica. They've colonized Jamaica. Anyway, right. Okay, right. Aaron is saying the Chinese are doing the same thing through the Caribbean. Unfortunately, our politics are puppets. Trinidad took a learn from China. So there's no doubt that if you look at how the Chinese have mobilized themselves, yes, on the Caribbean, in the Caribbean, as well as on the continent, and you think, oh my God, like some of our governments are sleeping, and they're just slowly like edging in, and soon they'll just, yeah, so sad. Aaron is saying one of the conditions for the loan is for the government to purchase vaccines from China. They're always gonna have, I think there is no, like, we know it, like the people who are conscious know it, that a lot of the times when things look to be like China, not just China, but other countries, they usually package something in a way that looks good to our African governments, but they're the ones who really benefit from that deal. You know what I mean, guys? You know what I mean? Great Escape is in the building and saying like. Oops, that loan will cost you your country. I will start with the privatization of agency and business in your country. But Isaac is saying, thank you for sharing your journey. Thank you so much for following the journey. I really appreciate that. Oh, Great Escape is saying, I'm driving, so I wanted to say, keep your head up, Rwanda. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Great Escape, Marsha, should I say? Thank you so much. The unknown traveler, you're just coming while I'm about to leave. Hey, how are you doing? How are you doing? You have missed like 2 hours of the conversation. How are you? How are you doing? But guys, I think that is enough from me. It's been great having you guys listening in, and I've read all your comments. So thank you so much for your contributions. Again, those of you guys who are interested in relocating or investing in Rwanda or do both, you can book a consultation with myself. Let's have a look. That's the email. It's projecthealtha@gmail.com. I'm seeing some of you guys just entering in. You have to go back to listen to the conversation because I am about to exit right now. I've been on here for quite a while. So please do go ahead and send me an email. I also have the details in the description bar below. So the consultations usually occur via Zoom for about an hour. That is at an affordable cost. That's for the business and relocation consultations. Those of you guys who are not following me on Instagram, you guys need to follow me because I will be posting a lot more on my Instagram. That's lady_visionary. You guys can follow as I'm sharing snippets of the glamping, that's luxury camping site. And yeah, it's coming together really, really nicely. I'm very, very excited about that. So look forward to welcoming some of you guys. Well, I look forward to welcoming all of you guys, but I know some of you guys are thinking about relocating to Rwanda and visiting, and I know some of you guys are thinking to go to Tanzania and other countries. So for those of you guys who are coming to Rwanda, definitely I look forward to welcoming you. Yeah, look forward to welcoming you. Right. Good job. This is Sophia Davies. Good job, Lady Visionary. You have a great heart. God will see you through. Thank you so much. Jacqueline saying, bless up, sis, to rest up. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I really appreciate all of you guys. As I said, I'm on the road to achieving 5,000 subscribers. We are at about, I think it's 4,000 when I last checked, 4,150 subscribers and counting. So what I'm asking you to do is very, very simple. Go onto my channel, find one of your favorite videos and share it on your social media platform, right? Share it on your social media platform. There was me. Share it on your social media platform, guys. And just, yeah, that's one way of just showing support to me and the channel. I'd really appreciate that as we journey on to reaching 5K, which I believe is definitely possible. I was aiming to achieve that by the end of this month, but look, we're already there. Tomorrow is the 1st of July. But yeah, we keep moving, we keep going, we keep pushing towards our goals. So thank you guys. I hope you guys have enjoyed the conversation, and I will see you again in the next one. Take care and have a great day wherever you are. Take care, guys. Take care.